Hi lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. I am beyond excited today because, as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm doing a read the room. When was the last time I did a read the room? And I love these videos. So we're here today with a read the room for Jhene Aiko and Big Sean. I've wanted to read for them for a really long time, and I thought with all the speculation going on around the pregnancy, now would be a great time. Now, I'd just like to point out that back in 2019, which was when I last read for Jhene, I picked up on this pregnancy, and I've been waiting for this announcement for a while because I've felt this energy here for a while. So if you enjoy this reading, please do hit a lovely thumbs up. Let me know what other read the rooms you'd like to see down in the comments below. Join our lovely community by subscribing because we'd love to have you over here, and let's get into it. Okay, so I just want to recap on the last reading I did for Jhene. It was in 2019, and I've come to realise that when I last read for her, Jhene would have just been coming out of her Saturn return, okay? She was about 31, I think, when I last read for her, just turned. So she would have just come out of her Saturn return, which explains on that rocky energy and that energy of healing that I picked up, which is a contrast on what I have picked up for her here, because I have premeditated, I have kind of gone into her energy and picked up on where they both are now. So we're going to read on Jhene, then Big Sean, and then we'll do both of them together. So yeah, last time I read on her, she was definitely just coming out of her Saturn return. The energy was a little bit rocky, a little bit like going through the healing and the pain of that, the growth, and it's very different to what I pick up on now. So let's get into it. So Jhene Aiko was born on the 16th of March 1988, making her 34. And Big Sean was born on the 25th of March 1988, making him 34. And I didn't realise they were literally born 9 days apart in the same month, in the same year. Really crazy. And also, I thought when I last read for her that I'd read for both of them, but it was just her reading, so I'm excited to read on both of them. So let's start with Jhene. Okay, so when I really tap into Jhene's energy right now, I feel this real sense of being grounded. It's like she's gone through that period that I picked up on in her last reading, and she's now in a real confident space where she knows who she is, she knows what she wants, she's built her foundation, and she's confident in it. I got here, the first three things that came through were new birth, new chapter, new album. Okay, so I do pick up on this, not just the birth of a child, which I do feel, and I do feel a little boy coming into their lives, but I pick up on this new birth of self. The thing is with Jhene, she was, and she still is, an emotional character because she's a water sign, and I think her birth chart is very water heavy. She is a very emotional soul, and through her journey I think she's had to learn how to really, Spirit is saying cultivate, I don't know if that's the right word, but that's the word they're giving me, so I'm going to take it. They are saying she's had to learn to cultivate her emotions so they don't like rule her, so they don't like control her, because it's well and good to be an emotional person. I'm a very emotional person, and so I can say that your emotions can get the better of you if you are a very emotional and sensitive person. So she's had to learn how to really work with her emotions so that they work for her rather than against her. And I feel like that's what she was doing when she was going through that healing stage, and she's got to a place now where I feel like she is confident. She knows when she's being a little bit too emotional or too over the top. And she's learnt to rein it in and really harness her emotions a lot more. So there's a real, like I said, I keep doing this because there's a real energy of her grounding herself, of like grounding her friendship groups, her home, her relationship, and really just setting her roots. And that's this new chapter that she's in. She's in a new chapter of self where I do feel like she's the most confident, and I put it's her time, she's confident, feeling good and content, and it's the happiest she's ever been. And I put above that she's gone on a real journey to get to this point. Like, Jhene's been through a lot, she's had a lot that she's had to work through, so it's like she's been through the mud and she's now in a place where it's like, okay, I've come out the mud, I've cleaned myself off, I'm firm in my roots, and I can just be here now. I can be here present in this moment. Does that mean she'll never have obstacles and challenges again? Of course not, but it means that for now, where she is, she's grounded and she's happy. So yeah, I do feel a birth, I do feel she's pregnant, I do feel it's a boy, and it's very exciting, and I'm very happy for the both of them. So the next album I feel that Jhene is going to make, it's going to be the same sound but a little bit different. So Spirit basically said the next album is about being healed and in love. Previous albums have been about trauma and pain. Jhené has this way about her of being able to write about her pain, and to be able to write it in a way that is not just healing for her, but that is healing for other people. It's a real gift that she has. And Spirit made me feel that if you look at a lot of her albums, we know this, and it's so funny when I watched back the last video and I was like, I don't really know about Jhené, I don't know about her music. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't live without her music now. But yeah, so she writes about and has written about heartbreak and pain and grief and sorrow and loss and all of that deep dark stuff, and that's helped heal her, that's helped heal her as well as heal us. But as she moves forward, I feel like the next album is actually going to talk about being in love, being happy, what it's like to be in a healthy relationship, growth. Rather than talking about the dark side of emotions, she's going to be in more of a lighter side of emotions, because the energy I really pick up around her and Big Sean is quite light and airy at the moment. It's not dense. Like I said, she's gone through that period and she's now in a period of much lighter energy where she is in a happy place. She can talk about that from experience. She can talk about what it feels like to be healed, and I just feel like it's going to have a different kind of energy of it with it, basically. Spirit have said to me that more than ever, Jhené is, and I don't think she's ever been, but I feel like more than ever she is not bothered about fame. She doesn't care about being famous. She doesn't care about that. She really cares about her art. She is one of the rare artists that we have of our generation who really does care about what they write, care about their music, who will take 5 years if she has to perfect her craft, because she cares about, and Spirit are comparing her to Solange there. Like, Solange is the same, where they really care about the music that they create and the music that they write and that they put out into the world. It's not just a churning thing. It's like, this is part of my soul. She cares about building a legacy, and all of her decisions are based on intent and purpose. Jhené is a very spiritual, grounded goddess of a woman, right? And everything she does, Spirit tells me, is based on an intent and an purpose, and if it doesn't align with her intent and it doesn't align with her purpose, she will not do it. That is what she has learned through her Saturn return and being in this moment, is that she knows who she is, she knows what she wants, she knows what she's doing, okay? But they have put new business venture ? And I feel like we're going to see Jhené do a lot more charity work, because she does want to help raise the vibration of the planet. She does want to help heal the collective. She is a light worker in her own right, and I do feel a new business venture coming for her, but Spirit weren't clear on what it was. It's not clothing or branding or any of that usual stuff. It feels just a lot more spiritually based. She could come out with her own spiritual products, her own like spiritual shop. It's definitely something I feel like she wants to delve into, just like having, she's very spiritual, so having like her own spiritual line of products. So look out for that. But she's good, she is good, and she's healthy and she's glowing, and I feel a real vibrant energy of her, and again I just feel like this is her time. But look out for the album. I do feel it's coming either towards the end of the year or next year. It's definitely a new album on the way. Mr. Big Sean, okay, 25th of March 1988 is his birthday. Big Sean is a real contrasted energy to Jhené, actually. They're two very different people, but they balance each other out. And sometimes in a relationship you need, well actually a lot of the time you need to have that balance, so you feel each other out. A relationship isn't about making each other whole, it is about showing up as two whole people and coming together to make two, not coming together as two halves to make one. And they definitely do. They definitely are whole in themselves now to come together. And I say now because Spirit is reminding me of how their relationship was before, and they're saying they did used to have a little bit of a power struggle of no I'm right, no I'm right, no I'm right, and they've had to really work through that. So the first thing that I actually picked up with Big Sean is that he's coming into some kind of money, like a lot of money, and I feel that coming in the next the next year, like it's imminent, like I picked it up straight away, it's in his field right now. He's coming into some kind of money. I picked up it's some kind of deal, or he's building a brand, or he's building a company. There is something coming. It could be, Spirit is showing me trainers. I don't know if it's like a trainer line or a clothing line. Something Big Sean is about to launch or be a part of is going to make him a lot of money. And Spirit is telling me he's very brainy, Big Sean. He's got a business brain. Like, Spirit is saying, like, don't underestimate this man. He may come across as like reserved and shy. He may be someone that, not shy, but he's someone that maybe will sit and observe and watch a room rather than be in the midst of it. But he takes everything in. He's like a sponge. Okay, I feel like he absorbs information like a sponge, and he can watch a room and really like point out, okay, maybe I need to network with that person. That person has this, they'll know about that. And he has a good eye for like people and characters and grabbing information and acting when the time's right. He's very brainy, Spirit tells me. The second thing that Spirit gave me was a sun. That's it, they said a sun, and they showed me the colour blue coming around Big Sean. I know it's just speculation at the moment. I know nothing's been confirmed as I film this today. It's summer solstice, it's 21st of June 2022. I know nothing's been confirmed as of yet, but I picked it up on the last reading for Jhené. I still pick it up now. There is a baby coming for them. I feel like it's a baby boy. And as I say that, again, I picked up on this before, I do feel a marriage coming for them, but they're not going to do a traditional marriage, these two. They are both quite free spirits, and I do feel like it will be a beach wedding with just a family, like a very few small people. Jhené in a very like, not a massive dress, you know, like a smaller elegant dress on the beach with the headbands in like Hawaii or the Maldives or Mauritius or somewhere beautiful like that. It'll be a very spiritually based wedding, and Spirit tell me that I will have a lot of like ancestral traditions built into it, because that's very important to Jhené, to honor her ancestral lineage. Big Sean has a very focused energy. When he wants something, he's very linear. So, you know, he doesn't get distracted. It can, and I feel like it has caused in their relationship a little bit of turmoil in the past, because Jhené can be quite flowy because she is a water sign, and that's just the way she is. She can focus on her work but also be there for her friends and everything like that. She has that kind of ability to expand her energy, whereas I feel like with Big Sean, he's very fixated, so he can only really be focused on one thing at a time. And it's just been a case, I feel, for them really of growing together and getting to know each other throughout the stages, and instead of fighting against each other and who they naturally are, accepting each other for who they are. And that's a massive part in relationships, accepting someone for who they are and not trying to change them. Okay, what you see is what you get with Big Sean, and he's very logical, so there's no pretense with him. Like, I feel like he's also someone who, like, if you have a conversation with him, there's no filter. I feel like and I don't actually know anything about Big Sean, to be honest, apart from that he's Jhene Aiko's partner. So I feel like if you were to watch an interview on Big Sean, I feel like he just says things and he just doesn't think about it. Like, he just doesn't think about it. You know, sometimes, like for me, I'm quite an anxious person, so sometimes I'll have conversations and then I'll walk away from the conversation. I'll be like, why did I say that? Why did I say this? No, that's not him. He will just speak what he has to say and move on. Like, he's very carefree and there's no filter. He just says it as it is, and that's really what I have to say about Big Sean. Like I said, there is money coming in for him. He's got some kind of business venture. They both do, not together. They are very separate in when it comes to business. But yeah, he's coming into some kind of money, definitely. Now let's talk about them together. So they are best friends. Beyond all, and what comes first is their friendship, okay? There's a real light energy with them, a real calm energy. They're at a place where, again, I feel like they're just really happy. And that can be boring to hear in a reading, but I don't ever exaggerate the truth. That is what I feel. I feel they are happy. The energy is light. Spirit is showing me light. They're showing me the sun. It's a new beginning for them, a new chapter. Again, a birth, a birth, a birth, a birth. Whenever the sun's coming, that is a new chapter, a birth, new day, new light, new life. They found common ground, and Spirit says they only show us what they want us to see. Like, we don't see half or anything of their relationship. Like, they're happy to show pictures, they're happy to go on stage together, they're happy to do all of that, they're happy to attend events, but they're not gonna like broadcast their whole relationship all over the place. Like, it's very private to them, even though they do show parts of their relationship online. Their relationship is built on a friendship, and even if they were like to break up now, or if something was to happen, that friendship would remain. That's the place that they've got to. That friendship would remain. But I do feel like they will be together for a long time. They may go through rocky periods just because there is a soulmate connection with them. There's like a twin flame connection with them. So they will annoy each other. They will wind each other up. They will get on each other's nerves, but it's part of that growth. They are there to help each other grow. So yeah, do you know what, to be honest, we've talked about the baby, we've talked about the marriage, we've talked about where they are. There's nothing really to report other than the fact that I do pick up that they're happy and a baby is on the way. So I was going to pull a card for the both of them, but I think I'm happy to just leave it there because I feel like that sums up everything that I have picked up on for them. So I do hope you enjoyed this read the room today. As I said, please do leave below any other read the rooms that you'd like to see. If you'd like your own reading with me, you can visit my website www.kirstilewis.com. Thank you so much for being with me today, lovelies, and I will see you soon for another video. Bye.